I don't know, I've forgotten a lot of theory, so...
Okay, so that's kind of where what I thought we should start with, just in general, is just... how are you on your like bar chords knowing what they are? Like, could you play F sharp minor 7?
F sharp. I can't remember minor 7.
Okay, that's okay. What could you remember, though, that's close? No, but that... Okay, so what would that be? Oh, it is that one right there. It's the one finger one, okay?
This is...
Remember what song had that chord in it? That's an unusual one. That's not one of the more... Like... There are 4 kind of like basic chords.
It's in Sleepwalking, isn't it?
Oh, it might be.
Like... Yeah, I think it.
Okay, I was thinking it's in Roxanne. At the 1st fret.
I don't know.
Did we ever do it? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Okay. We did Message in a Bottle, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
That was okay. I knew we did one Police tune, because I know there's an old video floating around Totally Guitars of you and I working on that.
Mm-hmm.
So bar chord, so let's do like 10 minutes on just kind of bar chord review first, and to get them all really solid. What, we have 2 basic shapes that we make bars out of. What are they? Yeah, okay, so that's like the 2 families, and then there's all the variations. So play an E chord. Yeah, just like E, okay. So that's E major. And do you remember like the theory, do you remember enough to, like, what notes would be in an E chord? That's okay, so they'd be 1, 3, and 5 of the E major scale, right?
Yeah.
And could you go through the whole E major scale? Do you remember how to figure out a scale in your head?
Like, if I sat down for a while, I could probably like...
Okay, well let's back up on that just really quickly, because in like 1 minute we could have that really fresh. Okay, a major scale has every scale follows a pattern of whole steps and half steps, right? And what makes one scale different from another, meaning like major versus minor or mixolydian or something like that, is where the half steps are between which steps.
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember where they are in a major scale? What steps they fall between? And if not, don't worry, we can piece that together in 30 seconds.
Was it 3 and 4?
Okay, yeah.
And 7 and 8.
Okay, so how or why do you remember that? That's right. Or was it just a shot in the dark?
It wasn't a complete shot in the dark, but it was a little bit...
Okay.
Guessing.
Okay, well that was good. Okay, good. So you have a vague recollection that that's where they were. Okay, if you couldn't have come up with that, what you would have had to remember to recreate it was what scale has no sharps and flats in it.
C.
And what of our natural notes have where are half steps naturally? Which natural notes have half steps between them?
E and F and G and A.
No.
Or no, not G and A, G and E. Right? No. I'm totally spacing that.
So, on a piano, do you know your piano notes at all?
Not anymore.
Okay. Well, any place there are white keys next to each other without a black key is a half. Like from one key to the next is a half step.
Yeah.
Right. And so this to this is a whole step.
It's B and C.
It's B and C. Good. Okay. So this to this is a whole step because there's a black key in between. Right. And so when we see these 2 spots, those have to be either E and F or B and C because that's where the half steps are. Right. Okay. And if we kind of like do the math, we can quickly figure out that this one would have to be C for this one to be E and F. Okay, so on the piano, the 2 whites before the pair of black keys, as opposed to the ones before the 3 black keys, are B and C. Okay. The other thing then is that now, if you remember that a C scale has no sharps and flats in it, you can think about, well, a C scale goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C, D, E, F. E and F fall at 3 and 4, and then the B and C fall at 7 and 8. Okay? So that's how every scale then has to go. You have to alter the notes of the scale to make it fit the pattern. So if we were going to figure out the notes in an E scale without even, actually, it'd probably be better to do this looking at the piano. So the first note would be E, and that would make the second one what?
F sharp.
F sharp. So we have to go here for the second note of our E scale. And then we need another whole step to the third, which would take us to...
G sharp.
Yeah. And that's 3, so 4 would be what?
A.
A. Just a half step there. Okay, let's skip down to here because we're going to run out of room. Okay.